Hi there, and welcome to a chilly Western Nurseries in Lincoln on this May day that doesn't feel like May. I'm here to talk to you about a few perennials that are doing their thing at this time of year. My name's Catherine, and this is where I hang out during my working day. So let's take a dive into what we've got going on at the moment. What I'm holding in my hands here at the moment is a couple of ornamental flowering sage, Salvia. The one at the front, they're both classics by the way, but the one at the front is May Night and the other is Caradonna. Most of them have these spikes of usually purpley blue flowers, and the foliage is aromatic, which means that it will keep away the critters, the rabbits, the deer. They don't want to be eating this. And the nice thing about them is that once the flowers are finished, and they do last for several weeks, the stems are usually pretty attractive and the seed heads. So these are two that are stalwarts of the Salvia family. And I'm just going to point out a couple more that we happen to have on the bench here. Purple isn't the only color. We have neon pink here, and that is a little compact one. As you can see, it only gets to be about 8 inches tall at most with its flower spikes. And this is a relatively new one, which is absolutely stunning. It's Azure Snow, and you can see why it's called that name, because it's bicolor. It's got the two-tone flowers, which, by the way, are great for pollinators, particularly bumblebees, long-tongued bees, and blooms for about a good month at this time of year. This is just a continuing installment of plants, perennial plants in bloom at certain points of the year. If you're interested, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, where I have talked about perennials at certain times of the year, and my colleagues have talked about different subjects which are also of horticultural interest. So moving on to my next choice for May is a very similar plant in a way, it's in similar family. This is Catmint, so Nepeta, and this particular one is Blue Wonder. It's one of the larger growing ones, as you can see. They range in size. This is a more medium one with cat's pajama, to the little compact Persian blue there. They start quite early in the season. They're blooming already now. And if you cut them back after the first flush of flowers, you'll be able to have a second round a little bit later on in the summer. It also keeps them looking a little bit tidier. Just like the Salvia, they have aromatic foliage. So again, the rabbits, the deer don't really want to eat them. And they are basically a good doer for a sunny spot. Again, pollinators love them, good nectar plant. And they go obviously well together. And with other plants that I'm going to talk about in a little bit, which includes Geranium and Penstemon. All of these are good for sunny conditions. My third choice for a plant for May is a plant derived from native plant, beard tongue, Penstemon. And I have down on the bench here 3 different cultivars, some of which are more resembling the native plant than others. But this variety is called Pristine Blue. Moving on to a highly colorful one here called Bejeweled Pink Pearls, and ending up with one that has darker foliage and stems. And I've momentarily forgotten its name. Oh, this is, should known better, Midnight Masquerade, with these dark coloring, setting off these really pale pink flowers. Again, great for pollinators, great for hummingbirds as well as bees. They also make a great combination with the 2 plants that I've talked earlier, the Salvia and the Catmint. They're all blooming at the same time, and you get a contrast in appearance and heights with them. And I'm now down in our perennial yard for my last predominantly sunny choice, although we do have a native Geranium maculatum, that will bloom in shade, and you will find it in our woodlands at this time of year. I haven't got a great example here, but this is Geranium maculatum. But you can see the pink flowers and that. Most of the ones that we have here are cultivars or nativars of various European geraniums as well. This one here is actually a cultivar of the native geranium. It's starting to go over a little bit, our ones, but you can see the delicate lavender flowers that it has there. Geranium is another really dry tolerant plant. Once it's established, they usually spread somewhat, but not vigorously. And as you can see from the selection we have here, the colors come ranging from just about pure white through various shades of pink and lavender as well. And if you want further inspiration, they are sitting next to what is mostly our bearded iris here. They're just about to come into bloom, so I can't show you the real impact, but you can see that there is a vivid contrast between the leaf texture and shape, and the flowers as well would be obviously quite different. So if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration as to what to put them with, just by alphabetical chance, these two plants go quite well together. And now we're moving on to plants that do better in the shade, because I appreciate particularly customers around our Lincoln area tend to have shadier gardens. And while it seems always easy to talk about sun lovers, there are plenty of gorgeous plants that will do just as well in the shade, and particularly at this time of year. And the first one I'm going to start with is Tradescantia, and this is Spiderwort. Both of these are cultivars of the native plant. So the one in my right hand is a golden leafed variety called Sweet Kate. The nice thing about Tradescantia is that its bloom period is quite a long time. Each individual flower doesn't last very long at all, but you can see underneath here there's a lot of other little buds waiting to come. So while you don't get it all at once, you get a steady and attractive show that lasts quite a few weeks. The other one I have down here, Bilberry Ice, and you can see this is a lovely soft lavender color. It makes a good sort of backdrop for other lower plants for the shade, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. Moving on to our second taller shade plant, we have here Brunnera, Queen of Hearts in this hand, and Alexander's Great in this one. You can see that they both have patterned foliage. It has rough leaves, so it's not exactly appealing to rabbits and deer. In fact, I think it's pretty safe from it. And both of the plants have these blue forget-me-not flowers, which will last for a couple of weeks at this time of year. And then afterwards, you can just cut the stems back and you're left with foliage like this. It's a clumping plant. It doesn't run. It doesn't spread aggressively on that. It's just a nice, well-behaved plant with a bright pop of color in shady areas. And now we're going to move on to a couple of ground covers for shade, because often that is the easiest way to deal with bare earth that is difficult for certain plants to grow in. I have two contrasting ones here that actually look really well together. The first one is Ajuga Bugleweed, and the big one here with its beautiful purple foliage and typical blue flowers is the variety Black Scallop. I should have known that. So yes, with the deep purple leaves here, and as you can see, they do naturally have scallop-shaped leaves in this particular cultivar. I have a different one here. This one is Princess Nadia, and you can still tell that it's in the same family because though they're just going past a little bit, same sort of blue flowers. The varieties nearly always have the blue flowers like this, but here we have pretty tri-colored leaves in shades of pink, cream and green, And there's no scalloping going on here. They are oval leaves. Both of them spread. You can see by this one that it's going to do it quite vigorously. So if you're looking to cover a good area, this one would be the way to go. If you just want something smaller, more delicate, something like this would work for you. And moving on to my last choice for shade, this is a plant that goes with the common name of dead nettle, because it looks like the European stinging nettle, but it does not have those irritating hairs on its foliage that would cause pain if you touch them. So dead nettle, botanical name Lamium. And I've got 3 cultivars here just to show the different sort of colors of flowers that come with it. The foliage is fairly similar in these cases. The wild species, it just has straight green leaves, and flowers somewhat similar in that to color. But this is a popular ground cover choice called Purple Dragon here. We also have a delicate pink, pink pewter, pink for the flowers and pewter for the color of the leaves. And lastly, this is a white, which is just starting to show signs of flowering, and white mancy. And you can see as the leaves develop, the silver foliage isn't so strong. It's mostly green on the edges, and the silver comes in with time. So you have actually a really visual contrast in the new growth with the older, more mature leaves. So this is my selection for shade, and I am Catherine, about to sign off from a chilly Lincoln. If you like what you watched, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll find plenty more videos like this on plants, as well as sections on gardening advice, how to plant things, how to take care of things, and even explanations on things like the bulk products that we sell. There's a wide range of information that you can find on our YouTube channel. So please join us there. Thank you.